Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Men who have improved their game. Now, this was requested by one of my followers, Will Tree. Right? He wanted me to address that issue, right? And honestly, I can only address it from the feedback I've got from different people who hit me up, whether it's privately, whether it's through coaching, whether it's through, just comments and stuff. And you do have men who do improve their game, right? And usually what I found, it's the men who are willing to do the work. That's the thing. It's never been an overnight improvement. See, you got a lot of dudes who, quite frankly, they don't speak up as much, but quite frankly, they looking for a magic word, or they looking for some shortcut or some cheat code where they can go from that person who wasn't getting attention from women to somebody who's got women all over them. In fact, that's one of the biggest cons on the internet. You get these websites that say, hey, you can have beautiful women all over you, and usually have a picture of some dude and some women, right? And like the novice ain't gonna question the pictures. Like most women will take if they halfway cool with you, will take a picture with you, right? They never question it. Look at stuff like body language and all of that stuff, right? So they feel like, hey, you know what? If I can take this weekend course, all of a sudden I can get women. It's like, no. See, the men who generally improve their game, they do real work. They hit the gym. That's one thing. They hit the gym. They start looking into their style. They get used to talking to women every day. Like, I get a lot of dudes like, they might have some approach anxiety and stuff. And I'll tell them, and I give this advice for free too. I just say, hey, every day, just say hi to 3 random women. Every day, every single day, right? Say hi to 3 random women. If you want to get better than that, get a part-time job working retail or something where you have to talk to people every day, right? Or BGS, he had suggested getting some type of telemarketing job or something, right? Whatever the case, right? But regardless of what you do, you have to do the work. Now, what I found, you get 2 general types of guys, right? No, actually 3. 3 general types of guys when you talk about this thing. Now, the first type of guy, he ain't going to improve at all because he don't believe what you saying. Because in his life, he's had nothing but trouble with women, right? And then he feel like if you tell him that you've been with multiple women and stuff, he ain't going to believe you. He's not going to do anything. In fact, he's watching these videos and probably be the type who will thumb it down or something. And those would be the type like, there's no hope for me, anything. They basically don't do anything. They don't make any improvements. They jacked up. They, got poor body posture, poor muscle tone, wearing whack clothes, don't have any conversation. And they pretty much stuck there. They want a woman to, just be still want them, like without them doing anything different. Instead of thinking if that was working, they'd have women. And in fact, they was the type who would come up with some excuse like, I don't care about these women, I'm just gonna do it. Or talk about, these women, they, something wrong with them. It's like, not thinking, if a woman said that, if a woman is ugly, out of shape, with a bad attitude, ain't nobody gonna mess with her. And that's the male equivalent. So you get those men aren't going to do any work anyway, right? They ain't going to do anything because they don't believe it. Then you have another group of men, the second group of men. They looking for the quick fix. They looking for the magic word. They looking for something where the difference between them and the first group, the second one feel like, oh yeah, that's something I can do, but they still want it quickly. They want it overnight. I remember in the early days of selling my books, I got a lot of guys. I've had a few guys, they hit me back. They were mad because they wanted something that'd tell them how to get that woman that night. And you have that. Or, And then there's even with some guys who like listen to a lot of videos, they'll go from coach to coach to coach, right? And I've seen it. People need to think about something. I'd be checking out other people's stuff, even though I'm not like, I don't always comment, and you'll see the same people commenting. They going and they still having the same issues. That's because deep down they want a quick fix. They want somebody to say something or hear something where they're going to be like, oh, okay, I can do that. But basically, they're not really qualified to even know what to do, because if they did, they wouldn't need to like watch all the videos and find something. And they want it quick. But the problem is they don't really want to work. They really just want that quick fix. And if they don't get it from you, they go to the next person. They go to the next person, and they still stuck. Right? So those are the first two. But then it's the men who actually going to do the work. And they're going to trust the process. Look, if you a dude, right? And there's a term I need to come up with for it. Like just how much play a man to get. Maybe I'll do some mathematical formula. You know, something that people can measure, right? Like say in the course of a week, a dude is the type might get play from like, I'd say 3 women. And when I say play, that's in terms of not a woman like just trying to holler at you or making it real easy and stuff, but more in terms of, okay, who's showing just a little bit of interest. And there's a big difference between play and actually having sex with her, right? Who's showing just a little bit, who's looked at him or something like that, who looked at him and smiled and think, yeah, he all right, you know. And of course that don't translate to sex, because a woman can look at you, think you're all right, and keep walking, forget about you in like 5 minutes, right? Or 5 seconds, really, right? You know, and you get it's a big difference going from that to a guy that can't walk down the street in peace because he's getting so much attention from women, right? Now, a guy who wants to get there, he's going to have to work. You know, you can't expect to go from virtually 0 play to something else overnight. And that's a process. That ain't going the change. Even if you find somebody's stuff, it resonates with you. You do it. You still got to change yourself, because the reason you weren't getting play in the first place is going to be because of your physical appearance, how you carrying yourself. You know what you're saying to the women when you get a chance. That doesn't change overnight. Sure. So you got to go through the process. You got to hit the gym. You got to start dealing with your grooming, right? You still got to deal with that stuff, right? You still got to deal with your grooming. You still got to deal with your body posture. You still got to deal with, getting used to talking to women. That's not going to happen overnight. That's a process. You know, to change a habit takes 21 straight days. So, you know, at the least, just even to start the change, really. And then you got to get used to it. You probably got to change a whole lot of stuff, because it's really deeper. You got to change how you carry yourself, how you hold your head, your posture. You got to change it, because what you're doing at first apparently wasn't working. So it takes some work. And if you're in the gym, especially, because anybody who follow me know the body, I've always emphasized changing your body. Shoot, you change your body, you put some muscle on and lose some weight, that changes your fortune without changing anything else about you. That changes stuff. You increase the amount of attention you get, like, without anything. That's just the attention. That's not like sealing the deal or anything, right? But that takes a while. It might take a year. Like I've seen like one dude I remember. This dude was just a stick figure when I first saw him. He'd just be in the gym and everything. It took about a year to pop out a chest. He still stayed slim, but then pop out a chest and then work on his style. And he was still a quiet dude, but he improved it, right? And then it takes a while to get, if you kind of introverted or something like that, or you shy, socially awkward, you're not going to become like the life of the party right away. That's going to take a while too. But the men who commit themselves to making that change succeed. I've never seen it fail. I've never had anybody come back to me, especially with the way I teach it. And I'm going to talk about that in my next video, right? I've never had anybody come back to me and say, Rom, I took this year, I did everything you said, and I haven't improved. I've never had that. I have never had one person come back to me and said, I did everything in your book and haven't improved. I can say that. Now, I ain't going to say it hasn't happened because I don't know. But like I said, nobody has come back to me and said that. Not one single person. Because it's a process. It's a change. Real transformation ain't going to happen. Really, you saying real transformation. And this is especially for, people who know maybe on the deeper esoteric side is at least a year. At least. Maybe longer. But no one is going to transform overnight. So people who've improved their game, it's because they did real work. And they addressed themselves. They ain't complaining about women. They did real work. And they did the study. So, anyway, that's it for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.